Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Wednesday. How's everybody's day going? How's everybody's week going? Shout out to the folks in the chat. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. The Strike Zone is on the road to 2,000 subscribers. What is going on, folks? How we doing? We got the final game of the series between the Yankees and the Twins. I put a poll out there. Make sure you all go vote in the poll. Let me know what you all think. Do the Yankees sweep, or are the Brooms going to be staying in the closet for another series where the Yankees have an opportunity to sweep? You let me know. But it's going to be Joe Ryan versus Cam Schlittler in tonight's game. So lineup is out. Lineup is a little bit different for tonight. Just a slight change in the lineup, but you all let me know how you feel when we talk about the lineup. But real quick, let me say what's up to the chat. We got Katie, first person in the building. What is up? Railbird is in the building. Desiree's in the building. What's going on? What's up? What's up? How we all doing? We'll wait for some more people to come in. But the Yankees have shown up in this series, right? Against the Minnesota Twins. So far, they've put up 15 runs against Minnesota Twins, 3 runs. So offensively, the Yankees have just been killing it in the series against the Twins. The pitching has been phenomenal, right? Last night, Carlos Rodon went 7 innings, which was needed, right? The bullpen is getting a much needed rest in this series. The night before, Will Warren went 6 2/3. So you want to see these types of starts from our starting pitching. So moving forward, right? And the bullpen has been looking good, right? Has been looking better as of late, and it's going to look even better once some of the reinforcements come back. Ryan Yarbrough, Fernando Cruz, these guys should be coming back here at some point. Jonathan Loáisiga is also in play. So he'll be back at some point. Then what kind of moves the Yankees are going to make, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. I see Ryan and Texas Buckeye in the building too. What's up, guys? How's it going? Thanks for popping in. Make sure you all hit the like. Let's get those likes up. It does really help out with the channel. But on the mound tonight, though, folks, it is going to be Joe Ryan of the Minnesota Twins. He's their star pitcher, pretty much. So, he's got some good stuff. This might be a little bit of a bigger challenge for the Yankees, but I think the Yankees can certainly do some work against Joe Ryan. But this season, he's got an 11-5 record, 2.79 ERA. He's got a .92 whip. So, those numbers, he's got some good numbers, 146 strikeouts. 132 and a third innings pitched. I'll pull up his baseball savant here momentarily. His baseball savant looks really good. So, the Yankees bats are gonna have a little bit more of a challenge ahead of them against Joe Ryan. So I don't want to say that the Yankees bats are going to completely shut down, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as easy to go up against Joe Ryan. As far as tonight's game goes, though, folks, and before I continue, let me get that music going. I got to get that music going. Just some music in the background, nothing wild, just some slow music, just so there's a little bit of noise in the back. So there we go. Let's get a little noise going. What's up, Dave? What's up, Pasty? What's going on? How you all doing? Make sure you all hit the like on your way in. I would appreciate it. So tonight's game, there might be a delay. They didn't say there was going to be a delay, but Brian Hogue did put a tweet out saying that the tarp was coming out at Yankee Stadium. So it sounds like it's gonna be a rainy night in New York. So they didn't say anything about a delay yet, or if there's going to be a delay to the game. So hopefully there isn't. I would think if there was, there's at the worst, it's probably going to be like about a half hour to an hour. So let's see if the game starts on time. But the tarp is out at Yankee Stadium. So we'll continue checking to see if hopefully that the game does start on time. Cecilia's in the building. What's up, Cecilia? Felix is in the building. How's it going? I have a few minutes before my 3 p.m. meeting. Yeah, okay, you got a meeting at 3 p.m.? Cool. I appreciate you popping in. Hopefully you're having a good day at work. That'd be awesome if Judge could hit 2 home runs, man, and have a 40 home runs for the season. That would be pretty amazing. But Judge hit a homer last night. That was a good feeling. I mean, Giancarlo Stanton last night was on a roll. He went 4 for 5. He was fantastic, and he's also back in right field, folks. He's also back in right field. He's in right field for the 3rd straight game. So, Aaron Boone did say that he is going day-to-day with Giancarlo Stanton in the outfield. He also pointed out that Aaron Judge is throwing at distances of up to 120 feet. And at some point, Judge will resume throwing to bases. Aaron Boone did say that Judge could play the outfield during the upcoming road trip, either at Seattle or Tampa Bay. I mean, I know Boone did initially say that that Judge was probably was looking to put him in the outfield for the St. Louis series, but we'll have to wait and see, right? We'll have to wait and see. I think they're taking their time with him, but in the meantime, Stanton's out there, and I know realistically, ideally, right, we don't like him playing in the right field, but the thing with Giancarlo Stanton, though, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help this team win. And, if it means him going out there to play right field, then so be it. He's just that guy. He wants to help the team win, and he wants to, contribute in any way, shape, or form. So, it doesn't look too bad in right field. So, he's been doing his job out there. And he's been doing his job at the plate. He's one of the hottest bats in the lineup. You need his bat in the lineup. It's impossible to sit him down. So, him and Judge absolutely need to be in the lineup together. If it means having Giancarlo play right field, then, hey, you know what? Sign me up. He wants to play. Like I said, he wants to play. Doesn't matter what we think. He wants to play. He wants to go out there. He wants to contribute. We got Cruise Control in the building. We got Sean Browning. Robert is in the building. What is going on? Cruz is adding here. Schlittler with Twins lineup can go 7 innings. Judge and Stanton hot. Great. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Cecilia. Schlittler's on the mound. What's up there, Andrew? Everything is good here, man. I can't complain. I'm having a good day, dude. How are you doing? Yeah, Cam Schlittler will be on the mound. We'll get into the predictions. A what bat in the lineup there, Robert? But yeah, so like I was saying, Giancarlo needs to definitely be in the lineup every day. Like, no, there's no excuses why he shouldn't be. Like I said, he's one of the hottest bats in the lineup. He's been on a freaking tear. Right now, I mean, the Yankees, as of right now, they need to play their best guys, and hopefully they can, start putting together some wins. I'm liking the fact that they won the series against the Twins. I know people are saying, yeah, big deal. It's the Minnesota Twins. The Yankees have historically owned the Minnesota Twins. Yes, but it's still a good feeling. Hopefully, with these wins, with the way they're playing, hopefully this lights a fire under them, right? And they keep this momentum going, because after this series, they're going to go fly out to St. Louis on a 3-game set to play the Cardinals, and then they travel to Tampa Bay to play against the Rays in a 2-game set before returning to Yankee Stadium, and they're going to have a 4-game set against the Boston Red Sox, and it's crunch time. It is crunch time. The Yankees right now, they have a 64-56 record. They're 8 games over 500. I mean, it's great that they're 8 games over 500, but I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, I'd rather these guys be 11 or 12 games over 500. They're still trailing. I mean, clearly in the AL East, so the Blue Jays, they won last night. So did the Red Sox. I think the Yankees are still hanging on barely in the wild card standings because the Guardians are right on their tail. The Mariners won last night against the Orioles. Looking at the standings, the Yankees right now six games behind, and when you look at the wild card, they're barely holding on. Interestingly enough, the Astros and the Mariners are both tied for first place in the AL West. So, the Mariners have been on a roll over their last 10 games. They're 9-1. So. They've been playing some good baseball lately. So the Yankees need to continue winning. We got Brooklyn in the building. What's up? How's it going? But Yankees need to continue winning. They need to continue winning these games despite, even if the other teams are winning too, they need to absolutely win these games in order to stay afloat, right? Because in the hopes that the other teams start losing, they could start gaining some ground. And maybe, it could be a long shot, but maybe they can, get back into first place at the top of the division. But, we'll see how that happens. And Felix says, is it too late to expect this team to be able to string hits together with runners and not rely on just homers? I mean, it's not too late. I mean, I know they rely a lot on the home run ball, but there were some runs that they had, last night that was just off of hits. I mean, it's nice to see, but it'd be nice to see more of it, because they did have, what was it last night? They've had the bases loaded twice, and they left runners in scoring position. I mean, it's absolutely frustrating. But it can't happen. It can't happen, but it's never too late, man. Cecilia adds, most definitely no shame in sweeping the Twins. My Dodgers couldn't even take one from the Angels. And you bring that up, Cecilia. And what's up, Jonathan? What's up, Michael? You bring that up, Cecilia. I think the Padres and the Dodgers are tied for first place, right? Yeah, they are tied for first place. So the NL West just all of a sudden it got really interesting. The Dodgers were like way ahead, if I'm not mistaken, in the NL West. I mean, just like the Yankees were at one point, but they were way ahead in the AL East, and then all of a sudden they just started collapsing. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the Dodgers. It's baseball around this time of the season, this August, September. It's always interesting. Something crazy happens. Something weird always happens for one reason or another. But either way I look at it, I think both the Yankees and the Dodgers, they're going to make the postseason. I'd be, if the Yankees didn't make the postseason, man, there definitely needs to be a lot of questions asked. Susan's asking, how's the weather in the Bronx? Well, the tarp is out at the stadium, so it's definitely raining there. So let's see if the game starts on time. They didn't say anything about a delay, but the tarp is out. So it sounds like it's going to be a rainy night in the Bronx. So, we'll see we'll see if the game starts on time. Egyptian, I saw you pop in. What's up there, dude? Robert says, was it the 77 or 78 Yankees that came back with 7 games back in August and leapfrogged the Red Sox today to take first? Us Yankees team can never do that. It was one of those years. I want to say it was 78, but you probably know better than I would, man. I'm trying to remember. But we'll see what happens though in tonight's game. I'm hoping for a sweep. They could sweep, but like I said, they're going up against Joe Ryan, who has some really, really good numbers. As far as his baseball savant goes, his stats are really good. So Yeah, I was thinking 78, Robert. I was thinking 78. But let me share Joe Ryan's baseball savant. I'll make this full screen so I could take myself off for a minute. Yeah, he's got a lot of reds. He's got a lot of reds. You know, his strikeout, he strikes a lot of guys out. His fastball velo is not as low. He does throw a lot of fastballs, a lot of sweepers, splits. He's got a pretty decent amount of pitches. He's got a fastball, sweeper, splitter, sinker, slider, curve. So definitely going to see a lot of four-seamers. He throws that over 50% of the time. Definitely will see sweepers, splitters, sinkers too. There's no doubt. That seems to be the big pitches that he throws. Yeah, so this is his baseball savant here. So his baseball savant looks pretty good, right? Like I was saying, he's 11-5, 2.79 ERA, 0.92 WHIP. He's got 146 strikeouts. So strikeouts are high, clearly. He's at 86%, which is, great. So, like I said, the Yankees bats are going to have a little bit more of a challenge. Joe Ryan was one guy I definitely was looking at, potentially for the Yankees to go after at the deadline. I don't know if they inquired about him from the Twins, but I'm pretty sure if they did, the asking price was probably going to be huge. What's up, Stephen B? What's going on? So, yeah, let's hope nobody gets injured during this rain. We don't want to see that. But let's get into the lineup for tonight's game. We'll talk about the lineup. Let me exit out of here. Yankees need to continue winning these games. It's like I was saying, for this month, it's sink or swim. It's sink or swim for the New York Yankees, and they're slowly getting their head above water. But in order to be fully out, they need to win more games, right? I'm glad they won the series, but they need to continue building on that momentum, and hopefully, teams like the Red Sox and the Blue Jays can start losing some games, so that way the Yankees can gain some ground. But let's pull up the lineup here. But here's the lineup right here. So for the Twins, it's Larnach, Buxton, Kershaw, Clemens, Cody Clemens, Roger Clemens' son, Jeffers, Wallner, Lewis, Roden, and Lee. Starting pitcher is Joe Ryan. First two names. Two first names. I said that backwards. And the starting lineup for the Yankees, you got pretty much the same lineup, except Wells is in the lineup tonight. Aaron Boone did say that he was going to play tonight, so he said that yesterday when he was being interviewed. So you got Grisham playing center field, Judge is DHing, Bellinger batting third, Stanton's batting cleanup, Ben Rice is batting sixth. He'll be playing first base, so no Paul Goldschmidt, no Dominguez once again. Jazz is batting sixth. He'll be playing second base. Volpe's in the lineup. He's batting seventh. McMahon is playing third. He'll be batting eighth. And Wells is at the dish. So Wells is at the dish. Rice is at first. So no Goldschmidt and no Dominguez. So lineup consistent. So pretty much the same lineup. The only difference is Austin Wells is in the lineup. So, you knew at some point he was gonna play. He was gonna start in one of these games. I mean, he wasn't gonna ride the bench forever. But once again, I will say that Ben Rice needs to be catching more often. All right, Ben Rice needs to be catching more often. I think he does a good job behind the plate. I think he does a good job calling games. But yeah, Rice is the guy. So But I am happy that they're sitting Paul Goldschmidt, because Goldschmidt struggles big time against right-handed pitching. I like Goldschmidt for his glove. He's great. But against right-handed pitching, though, he does not hit well. Andrew says Goldie should have been there. I mean, I get it for his glove. Absolutely. I like his glove at first base, no doubt. But the thing is, he doesn't hit right-handed pitching well. That's the problem. Yeah, Stephen B says, I think not starting Dominguez is wrong. Guy needs to play. Well, listen, they're not going to play him in center field. That's Grisham's position. It's not because he can't play center field. The Yankees don't like him in center field. Yes, you could put him in left field, but you're not going to sit Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton's bat is hot. So, and you also got Aaron Judge. You're not going to keep Aaron Judge out of the lineup either. I want Dominguez to play too. Listen, I want the guy to play. I want him in there. But the Yankees also have to start winning some games, man. There can't be this there can't be this playing around with the lineup, these musical chairs. I mean, this is another consistent lineup by the Yankees, which, most every day we wake up, we don't know what the Yankees bats are going to be. But yeah, at some point, Dominguez does need to play. It's interesting because, now a lot of fans feel like the Yankees don't value Dominguez, and perhaps they might trade him in the offseason. I mean, I'm not going to jump that far ahead. A lot of people think that Trent Grisham and Cody Bellinger are going to be brought back for next season. But again, I'm not going to jump ahead yet. Acevedo's asking, is Dominguez hurt? Not that I'm aware of, unless you heard something. Yeah, probably. They might use him the same way. If the Yankees are well ahead, they'll probably put him in there as like a pinch runner or use him as a defensive replacement. They'll bring out Giancarlo, and then they'll move Cody to right field. Yeah, Belly can play first base, and I definitely think, I know Belly can play first base. 100% he could play first base. But when we're talking, the Yankees, obviously, he's more valuable in the outfield, right? He's valuable at first base, but he's more valuable in the outfield. Yeah, but Grisham's been on a roll. He's been on a roll too, though. Yeah, the Martians' defense is still not great. Better than what it was, yeah. But, again, he's a rookie. You got to let him make his adjustments, manage your expectations. He's learning. He's learning. Hey, cold Italian pizza. How you doing? What's going on? Oh, what's up, cold Italian? What up, Frederick? How's it going? But I want to bring up Dominguez's stats versus Trent Grisham's stats, just out of curiosity. Also, in the meantime, let me know what you all think about the lineup for tonight. Are you all okay with the lineup, or are you not okay with the lineup? What would you change? And happy birthday, John the Beagle Dad. Yes. Happy birthday to Beagle. It's his birthday today, so make sure you all wish him a happy birthday. Let's see. Grisham this season, he's got 348 at-bats. Dominguez has 332. Dominguez has scored 50 runs. Grisham at 55. Hits, when we're talking hits, 85 for Grisham, 84 for Dominguez. Grisham has more home runs. He's got 29. Dominguez has 9. Grisham has 21. Dominguez has 9. Runs batted in. Grisham at 46. Dominguez at 37. Stolen base, I mean, clearly, Dominguez is leading there. He's got 19. Grisham only has the 1. Batting average, 244 for Grisham, 253 for Dominguez. On-base percentage for Dominguez is 330. And then for Grisham, it's going to be 347. And see, OPS is the big one that folks like to look at. So Grisham has a higher OPS than Dominguez, right? Dominguez is at 719, which isn't bad, but Grisham is at 804. So, I mean, you look at those numbers, right? If you're strictly looking at the numbers, I mean, Grisham is slightly better, and to say that Dominguez doesn't get a lot of at bats. I mean, he's at 332. That's a pretty decent amount of at bats, I would say. You know, if he was at 200 at bats, then or whatnot, definitely I would agree. What's up, Jake? Saying it looks like it's thunderstorming for the next few hours. The game's probably going to be postponed or delayed. Kind of what I figured. I mean, I know the Yankees have a day off tomorrow, so do they play tomorrow? Like an afternoon game before they travel to St. Louis. And Desiree is adding here, if you're on your cell phone, please exit out the chat box. Click thumbs up and then come back to the live chat. There you go. And how many at-bats for Grisham? 348. Mentions all the pinch hit and pinch runner for Dominguez over 23 games. What are you getting at, Acevedo? I guess I'm not understanding where you're coming from. I'm just going over the stats, man. I mean, as far as tonight's lineup, though, I mean, other than Wells being in the lineup, but we all knew he was going to play tonight. The lineup is fine. You know, the lineup is fine. I don't have an issue with the lineup. So let's see what the Yankees do tonight. Hopefully there's a game tonight, right? Hopefully it's not postponed. I want them to get through this game tonight. But we'll see. I think if you just copy the share link, got you, Jake. Indeed. But let's get into I mean, I get that, Acevedo, but again, he still has a lot of at-bats, though. 332 at-bats is still a pretty decent amount of at-bats, don't you think? I mean, if he had like 200, if he had 100 less than that, then yeah, he definitely wouldn't be getting a lot of playing time, no doubt. But I still think 332 at-bats is still a decent amount. I mean, I think by the time the season's over, he's should be like around 450. I might be in the wrong here. He's still getting a decent amount of at-bats, though. I mean, 332 is still a good amount. But again, I know our but I know you know, again, we all want to see Dominguez play. I want to see him play, but right now, Yankees are, you know, Boone and the rest of the coaching staff, right, are feeling like, you know, they got to put their best guys forward, and this is how they feel. I mean, this is what they think. regardless of whether or not we like it. But Dominguez at some point he'll be back more consistently in the lineup once Judge takes the field. I think you'll definitely start seeing Dominguez more. Aaron Boone's in the chat. He says we will lose tonight. I'll be sure of it. Oh well, thanks for the high spirits there, Aaron Boone. I knew I could depend on you. So Dominguez and Grisham have about the same amount of at-bats, more or less. Well, OPS is higher. Grisham's OPS and his on-base percentage is higher. I mean, batting average for Dominguez is a little bit more. Yeah, 253 and batting average. What's up, Jockey Boy? Thanks for popping in. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Judge will be our first baseman next season. I don't know about that. That's a crazy take. But what do we got? Let's get into these predictions. What's up, Scotto? Let's talk predictions, people. Let's get into these predictions. For Cam Schlittler, how does Cam Schlittler do tonight against the Minnesota Twins? And Sean Browning is coming right in with 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, strikes out 8, walks 1. That would be a solid outing for him. Acevedo says Bellinger will pick up his option and Grisham will get a multi-years contract from somewhere else. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. With Grisham, he'll be on a different team. Bellinger, since he wanted to be in New York and play for New York, I'm thinking he will pick up his option. But then again, you got to remember who his agent is. He could very well opt out and look for a long-term contract, look for something for like 5 years or so. But I could see him opting in, though. I could see it's going to be tricky with Bellinger because he's having such a good season right now that I could also see him opting out of his player option and trying to look for a long-term contract. And if that's the case, the Yankees need to lock him up. The Yankees need to lock him up. So, regardless, if he opts out of his player option, he definitely needs to. The Yankees definitely need to lock him up. Yeah, of course he's going to say he's open to other teams, man. Of course he's going to say that. He's not going to limit himself. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying, Scotto. He's a Boris client. So he could very well opt out. I mean, Boris could be in his ear, could be telling him, "Hey, man, like you're having a good year. Go ahead and opt out. I could get you a contract." Hope they don't fall for his walk year. What do you mean fall for his walk year? Like with Grisham? But drop your predictions for Cam Schlittler, people. What do we got for Cam Schlittler? What's up there, Jared? Drop your predictions for Cam Schlittler. What are your predictions? Personally, I think Cam Schlittler, I think he's going to go 5 innings. You could say it's new, Jared. I've been playing it a little bit more during the pre-games and play-by-plays, just to add a little noise in the background. Scotto's going 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. Sean says, but Belly's the boss and it's the bottom line. Yeah, I mean, I know he's the boss and Boris works for him. I get that. But it's also Scott Boris. That's another thing we got to remember. But I could see Belly exercising his player option, though. But I could also see him opting out. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. So Jared's going 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. 7 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks from Dave. Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 innings. I'm gonna say 5 innings. I think he gives up 2 runs. He walks 2, strikes out 5. I mean, they're certainly going to check in on Kyle Tucker, but I don't see the Yankees signing Tucker. I mean, if they did, that'd be crazy. Susan says that's good business, yet I can see Yanks re-signing. Boris promises the boon, yet he doesn't always deliver. Yeah, Montgomery, Snell, Alonso. Yeah, I mean, those were some bad deals. Montgomery ended up firing him, and that ended up hiring another company. I think it was Wasserman Group, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I could see Bellinger signing a 5-year deal. Okay, so folks in the chat, let me share this news with you all real quick. Kind of what I suspected. The Yankees game does not or will not start on time tonight. So there is definitely going to be a delay. More information will come out. So there is definitely going to be a delay in the start time into tonight's game. So just wanted to share that with all of you. Sunil is adding 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. They won't push him over 6. Plus, the bullpen needs some work. I just wonder if Belly sees the culture that Boone has created. I feel like he's not stupid. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask him. He wanted to be traded to the Yankees, though. That's the thing. He knew who the manager was. He knew he knew the coaches. He knew what team he was going to. He wanted to follow in his dad's footsteps. He could, but I don't see it. Right? I don't see it. What's up, SGA? Yeah, I don't see Judge moving to first next year. I mean, that would be insane. Maybe years down the line. Yeah, exactly, Sunil. They got Spencer Jones. Yeah, it's raining in the Bronx there, Sunil. So there's going to be a delay in the start. 6 runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. So throws 70 pitches. Okay. Schlittler's yet to go better than 5. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm giving him 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, a couple of walks. He gives up 2 runs. That's going to be my prediction for Schlittler's outing. What do we got for double plays? How many double plays did the Yankees hit into? I think last night they only hit into 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Brewers are on a roll, man. Yeah, exactly, Jake. So Jared's going 0 double plays. What's up, Dan? 2 double plays if they play, right? Yeah, so the lineup for the Yankees there, Dan, it's Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton, Ben Rice, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Anthony Volpe, Ryan McMahon, Austin Wells. Yeah, if they play tonight, I'm going to say one double play. I'm sticking with one. That's my prediction for tonight's game is one double play. Sunil saying he'd much rather see the Yankees go with the kids over the longer run than sign established veterans, especially if our youth can perform. It's going to be better than the Martian. I mean, he's definitely a better defender than the Martian, no doubt. Better hitter. But yeah, I think they're going to continue playing more of their young guys. I mean, it's showing right now. I mean, they're playing Warren, they're playing Schlittler, Austin Wells, Ben Rice, right? Dominguez. They're giving more of their young guys a chance to play. And they've been getting a lot of playing time this season. Yeah, definitely got to keep Stanton in the lineup. Well, Jared, I mean, you have to hope, right? You hope that with the way they've played against the Twins, this will hopefully light a fire under them. I know it's the Twins. I get it. I understand. But hopefully with them winning these games and hopefully they win tonight, they get the sweep. Hopefully this starts a winning streak, right? They sweep and then they can, win 2 out of 3 in St. Louis. That would give them hopefully they could do it, get a 5-game winning streak going. I mean, Twins are not a great team, no. But, Yankees can use the series as a motivator, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, Celia. I mean, he wanted to play for the Yankees. I mean, he's been voicing that for a while. Now they just need to, hopefully he exercises his player option. If not, then hopefully the Yankees can lock him up long term. Yeah, Warren's been good. I like Will Warren. He's learning on the fly. He's learning as he goes along. Schlittler's been good. Right? Still plenty for him to learn. I'm all, listen, I'm happy that the Yankees are beating the Twins. They're dominating the Twins, but now, where it's really going to matter is how they perform against the good teams, right? I'm talking the Astros. I'm talking the Blue Jays. I'm talking the Red Sox. Those are going to be the games that are going to matter. Those are going to be the games that are going to matter. So, all right, home run, people. Yeah, Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole will be back. Luis Hill in his last outing, he looked fantastic against the Astros. So, but got to give him some time. But what do we got for home run calls, people? Yeah, next week. I mean, that's going to be a big series. Definitely going to be a big series. But home run calls, what do we got? Are you saying Volpe's going to hit a home run there, Susan? Jared's going Judge, Stanton, Bellinger, and Jazz. Cold Italian saying Warren has evolved. Yeah, he has. Big time. Dan says not many tonight. Yeah, I don't suspect so. Singles and doubles and not worry about homers. 100%, Susan. Andrew's saying Belly, Judge, and Grisham. Stanton and Judge. Stanton with an RBI. Yeah, I know there's a rain delay. Yeah, the game's not going to start on time. Yeah, Fried's been struggling. I think it's and I agree with Aaron Boone. I think it's his command. Big G for 2 from North Carolina vinyl picker. Spencer Jones could bring out the offensive prowess trajectory of a younger Paul O'Neill. I just want Spencer Jones to be the best version of himself. That's what I want for Spencer Jones. Sean Browning is going Judge, Stanton, and Belly. Yeah, the blister could still be causing issues. But his command has been way off, though. His command's definitely been off. Yeah, home runs. I mean, if it's going to be a rainy night, I'm not expecting a lot. I see Stanton hitting a home run and Bellinger. So probably Judge, Bellinger, and Stanton. Those are going to be my picks. The Outlier had Bush. Yeah, he did. Yeah, not many runs scored. I mean, let's talk about the score predictions. What's tonight's score going to be? What do we got for scores? What's everybody's score prediction? Joe Ryan, you're talking about the pitcher, Joe Ryan? Yeah, he's good. Judge, Belly, Stanton for home runs. Sleepers, Grisham, and Volpe. Jared's going 12-1 tonight. Beware of Buxton. Yeah. 3-1 from Dan. Judge, Belly, Stanton for sure. Sean Browning's going 7-1. Dave is going 7-2. $10-3. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think tonight's score, honestly, you know what's funny, Robert? I was gonna say 6-2. Like literally, that's what I was thinking in my head. I was gonna go 6-2, but I'll say something slightly different. I'm gonna say 6-3. Yeah, Robert. I mean, yeah, Cole's definitely not gonna be back this year. Nuclear, John Carlstein, yeah. Hitting well against his Joe Volpe. Out of curiosity, I do want to see what the numbers are for how the Yankees bats have done against Joe Ryan. This is going to be the first time Schlittler's faced the Twins. So let's see. Bellinger has had 5 at-bats with a 200 average. Grisham, 4 at-bats with a 0 batting average. Judge has had 9 at-bats with a 222 batting average. Ryan McMahon, 8 at-bats with a 250 batting average. Stanton, 3 at-bats with a 0. Wells, 2 at-bats with a 0. Rice has never faced him. Jazz has never faced him. Yeah, Volpe, 9 at-bats, batting .556 against him. Those are some pretty freaking good numbers. They're not rained out. They're Sunil. They're not rained out. The tweet from the Yankees X account. Please be advised, we do not intend to start tonight's game on time. Information provided as it is received. Ryan is good. Yeah, Joe Ryan is good. Yeah, they do. But yeah, like I said, I'm going 6-3. Dan is saying not much scoring. He thinks 3-1. Cruz is going 6-2. Should rest. Yeah, they're not going to rest him. He's needed in the rotation, but he does need to get it together in his next start, though, which I think he should be pitching in the St. Louis series. I would assume they're going to play tomorrow there if there's going to be a postponement, because the Yankees are off tomorrow. The Twins, I don't think the Twins, obviously, I think they have an off day tomorrow too. But actually, no, it says that they're playing Detroit tomorrow. Never mind. Looks like they got a 4-game set against Detroit starting tomorrow. So they're going to have to make it up on a different day. All right. Any other score predictions or any other predictions you want to drop in the chat? Let me know. Let me know if there's other predictions that you all have when it comes to Cam Schlittler, score predictions, double plays, home runs, because we're going to move on to food. We're going to move to the food portion. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? Or is it a late lunch? What are you all eating? Yeah, I mean, if it's a postponement, yeah, they're gonna have to, because like I said, they got a 4-game set against the Tigers starting tomorrow. Susan says she's going to make some coffee if the game is delayed. I heard that. What's for dinner tonight, people? Dave says leftover. Leftover what? Scotto says chicken, potato, and broccoli. Chicken, potato, and broccoli. That sounds good. I had some pizza earlier. Pierogies filled with potato and broccoli. Nice, Robert. Sunil, you make another corny comment, I'm taking your wrench away. Because your jokes are like old and they're not funny. Like really. Like nobody's laughing at them. You're gonna get your wrench taken away. And yes, I know you're gonna say, haha, my wrench is gonna turn into a hammer. So predictable. Leftover pizza? Okay. Old Ukrainian recipe, indeed. It is. Pizza is always good. You can't go wrong with pizza ever, man. Just trying to see for the game. Looking at this weather radar. Looks like it's going to be raining quite a bit. Still chowing down on your chicken curry. Nice. Scotto says, I'm good with tools. I'll take his wrench. Oh, snap. Scotto's ready. Just in case. The water boy for your mom? Nice. Like Adam Sandler like? Pasta for curing? Nice. Cottage cheese on the side. Pizza for Sean. Chicken curry. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle special anchovies or pineapple. I just threw up. Oh, you live in Georgia? Okay. So pouring in Woodstock, Georgia. Okay. Baby back ribs for tomorrow. Publix popcorn chicken with 3 different dips and a nice salad. All right. Yeah, can't go wrong with popcorn. I love popcorn, man. I got a bag box of popcorn. Take a bag out, pop it in the microwave, get it going in case I watch something. I watch the game. I'm not calling the game. What's up, Peanut? How's it going? How do you feel about tonight's game, Peanut? Popcorn chicken. What's going on? Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah, popcorn chicken. Mm-hmm. Think you're going to win tonight? You think the Yankees are going to win tonight? Nice. Hot and sunny. Feels like 103 in Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, Robert, you're definitely a big fan of the Himalayan pink salted popcorn. No doubt. I like white cheddar popcorn. But you can never go wrong with butter popcorn either. Yeah, let me see if there's any other updates of like what time the game might start for. Well, it looks like Brad sent me something here on X to our friend Brad. It says a line of showers and thunderstorms are causing a delayed start for tonight's game. Once this line of rain passes, we should be good to go for the rest of the evening. It is currently looking like the rain would end at the stadium around 8 p.m. So sounds like it's going to be a 1-hour delay is what they're, if I'm reading this correct. It is curing. Oh, wow, Dave. Okay. Good for you, dude. That's awesome. Peanut says the rain hasn't started yet. Not that I'm aware of, Sunil. No. Texas Rangers already lost, man. We need the other teams to lose. We need the Red Sox to lose. We need the Blue Jays to lose. The Guardians to lose. Cracker Jacks or Crunch and Munch buttery toffee or caramel, either one. Nice. Yeah. Wow, Crunch and Munch. I haven't had Crunch and Munch in a long time. Yeah, I don't either, Peanut. That's the crappy part about being a wild card team, man. It's because every other team is trying to take your spot. Yeah, buddy. The Guardians ain't losing. Well, I know they're your team, but I need them to lose. You're only 19 subs away from 100. All right, let's get you 19 more subs there, Scotto. Let's make it happen. Yeah, this channel's on the road to 2K. So anybody watching this for the first time, hit that sub button. We're just a little over 80 away. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in tonight's game. If hopefully it starts, it's probably gonna, based on that tweet that I read, it's probably gonna start an hour later from what is scheduled. So probably an hour delay. But I am going to end the live stream here. So I do appreciate everybody tuning in as always, and yeah, if anybody wants to subscribe to Scotto's YouTube channel, please do so. Go give him some support. He's almost at 100, so he's less than 20 away. But I'm going to end the live stream here, though, folks. Thank you all for tuning in very much for the pregame. Hopefully I'll see you all for the play-by-play. Desiree's doing good. I know she was in the chat. I know she's doing good. So, she'll let us know. I'm pretty sure she's doing good. But let me let you all go. Have a great night, everyone. Enjoy your Wednesday. And Nathaniel says, don't be surprised if this game gets postponed. Well, if it does, man. It is what it is. But we'll see what happens, though. But hopefully there is a game. Hopefully I see you all at the play-by-play. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, let's go Yankees.